How did this happen? How could something like this happen?
That's what neighbors in Leland are asking themselves tonight after a house explosion. This happened Friday night in the Magnolia Greens neighborhood. While one home was destroyed and 4 others damaged, no one was seriously hurt. WECT's Ava Bringor joins us now live from the scene with more details. Ava, you spoke with town officials and neighbors today. How are they feeling tonight?
Well, Fran, shocked, confused, thankful to be alive, and grateful that no one was seriously injured. That's what neighbors here tell me after this explosion rocked their typically quiet community.
That's the most thankful thing. We're all so lucky to be alive.
Donna D'Angelo is counting her blessings after a home just 2 doors down exploded. This was the scene in the Magnolia Greens neighborhood of Leland on Friday night.
I just heard a really loud bang.
Neighbors could hear the explosion from blocks away.
So I told her, I don't know what that was. I said, it was something that definitely exploded.
The explosion left 4 homes destroyed and hurt 2 people. Luckily, D'Angelo's home was spared. Only her garage was damaged.
A hurricane, yeah, I'm prepared for that, but not this.
We do not have a timeline yet.
On Monday, town officials say they're working with building inspectors and insurance providers to determine the cause.
To this point, we're comfortable that there's no criminal activity.
But even for them,
I've never experienced anything of this nature in 35 years.
And as neighbors make sense of the damage on their typically quiet street.
In shock.
HOA President Nancy Simpson says they're doing all they can.
Very overwhelming. You sort of feel responsible even though you're not responsible. But there's so many questions that everybody's, has a concern.
2 people walked away from this, but with only minor injuries. Something everyone is grateful for.
Couldn't believe, when looking at this, that no one was actually seriously injured.
But days later, the questions and uncertainty remain.
How did this happen? How could something like this happen?
As the investigation continues, neighbors here will have a chance to ask questions to town officials and emergency management for a community meeting. Now that's scheduled for tomorrow at 6 o'clock at Leland's Town Hall. Live in Leland, Ava Bringor, WECT News.